Hey, everybody. Hopefully, everybody can hear me. Hey, Neon. Hold on. Make sure I can hear myself. Oops. Hold on. All right. Can I hear? Okay. Yeah. All right. So, this is another episode of Sunday service. I'm not going to keep you guys too long. I know y'all have stuff to do. Hold on. I'm pretty good. What about yourself? Okay. It does work. All right. So, here's the goal. So, I apologize for the background noise. Y'all know I stay in a loud place. So the goals are to discuss spiritual topics, to help find spiritual healing, find a support group, and a book club. That's the whole purpose of Sunday service. So we can just talk about anything and everything. You guys can always email me if there's something that you want to talk about or discuss during Sunday service. Always email me. So resources is ltspiritual.com. If you need anything, you can always go to my website at ltspiritual.com. So, what can you expect on ltspiritual.com? I sell spiritual products, I do rituals, I have blogs, I offer readings, energy healing, weekly ancestor burns, and healing candles. I offer tarot classes and workbooks. I also have events and I also have an app on there as well. All right. So, books recommendations. So, the book that we've been reading, I started it, but I haven't really finished it, is The Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. So, the whole purpose of our book or our monthly books that we're reading is to kind of like change our mind. So it's like, yeah, we can talk about it on here, but sometimes we need to read about it and learn more. So the Four Agreements is all about like changing your mind, um looking at yourself like a god, pretty much like you can manifest anything. Another thing is that we read The Secret Book last month, and that was just like really just changing your thoughts. So we're still on this manifestation, changing your thoughts energy here. So last week, because we came on here last week we talked about what is your spiritual gifts or powers. So I each week there was a list I had, and each week I'm gonna break down each one of those. But if you guys can think of anything, like what is your spiritual gifts or powers? Anything. Like for me, um, my psychic ability is a gift. I'm an empath. That's my gift as well. Um, I'm a healer. Like I heal with my words, my energy, um, my love. Like those are always that I actually heal. But can y'all think of anything? Really? You should think about it. Like, what are some things that you would feel like you are a healer with? Not even a healer, but like you are like gifted with. So I did write down a whole bunch of them. So the first one, this is a whole list of it. So we have healing. psychic ability, the gift of discernment, and sometimes it comes to pass. So maybe manifestation. Yeah, manifestation would be one. But yeah, we got healing, psychic ability, discernment, manifesting, wisdom. Hey, messages through your dreams. Being a medium is um a gift. We're kind of like reiterating what we talked about last week about what are your spiritual gifts. Hey, IJ. So messages through your dreams are one. Being a medium, seeing auras. I do not see auras, but I think that people who can see auras are pretty special people. Um, having faith is one. But just having that faith that you just believe that it's going to happen. Being compassionate is another. Astral projection is one. Um, who I watch a lot, channel ED. Oh, channel that oh yeah, you probably are. You probably do have alchemy. That's one of them. Um, that's one of them. Like having a gift of understanding, speaking life. What you mean? Oh, you over here. Oh. Hey JD. So, well yeah, alchemy, understanding, speaking life into situations, gifted hands, the power of tongue. I mean, the power in the tongue, like how you said that you be manifesting. You say something jokingly and it come into fruition. That's one thing. Foresight, being able to use magic to manifest is one. To work with the earth, air, fire, and water is another. So those are always that there are spiritual powers. Have you guys like within the last week, because we just came on here last Sunday, have you guys within the last week felt like there was some spiritual powers that you wasn't aware of but now you're aware of? I think hmm, for me, no. I think that like me finding or figuring out, like, I don't know, I think healing, like me healing and like recognizing like I am powerful and I can manifest the things of my desires. I think that that is something that I've been working on, or I've been like that's been helping me a lot. But as far as like having like some type of, or not having, but like anything new, not yet. Maybe as we go through this and I understand, it is, it's on both. It is on the LT spiritual teaching and the LT spiritual TV one. We talk about what and say offhand comes quicker sometimes because we don't. Oh yeah, that's true. That's definitely true. That's okay. Praying is one too. Like I used to, like when I used to go to church all the time, they would say God's favor, like that's a gift, like to have God's favor and like to be able to like, but God's favor goes into like faith as well, because you know that God's going to work it out for you, but God could also favor and protect you as well. How the reader channel it, because sometimes I have some insightful dreams, or sometimes when I thought Oh, I say all the time. Like I literally be on here and say, "Oh, I haven't heard from so and so, so they're gonna come through today." Like I speak stuff into existence all the time. Like I'm always saying, like, um, somebody I'm gonna hear from somebody, or this is gonna happen. I do it jokingly, but then I also believe that it's going to happen. You know. So let's see. So the one I wanted to talk about this week was healing or healer or being a healer, and it's kind of like what it is, because what my goal is, like I said earlier, for those of you who are coming on, I want to like go through each one of these. So maybe you didn't realize that this is your gift, or maybe you feel like you want something to be your gift, because all of these things are open to everybody. Like nobody, I mean, it's not something that's hidden from anybody. We have the power, naturally we may get some things, right? But we have the power to manifest all these things here. Or, have all of these gifts. So, like I said, the one I wanted to talk about was healing or being a healer. So I found some things online, and so these are some ways that um are healing, like spiritual healing. You know, you could be you can be a spiritual healer and heal physical healing. You can heal emotional healing or inner healing. Some people have a spiritual gift of healing that can deliver from evil spirits, or like I've been to churches where they cast out demons, or cast out evil spirits. So, um, because I've been in those type of environments, I know that there's a lot of like, there could be a spirit, like if it feels like it's not you, and we may go deeper into that a little more one day. But if it feels like this is not your energy, it could be not your energy. It could be a spirit. It could be like your empath. Like I was telling Diamond the other day that I feel like some of that energy is not hers. That she feels like if she feels sorrow or stuff like that, some of that energy is not hers. It's somebody else. Especially if you have a twin, you can pick up their energy easily. Or it's funny because me and my best friend, we always be talking about we be using telepathy. Like I could think of something early that day, and I'm like, "Yo, you want to go do that?" And they'll be like, "Yo, I was thinking about doing this." But I could be thinking like, "Yo, I wonder if he want to do this or whatever." And then he may call me later on that day, and it'd be like, "Oh, you want to go do this? Like this is, and it could be something that's off the wall." But telepathy, I should add that on my list too. Telepathy is a form of healing. Let me add this too before I forget it. But hold on. All right, so next time we see this list, we'll see it. But yeah, that could be it. But another thing is like, what I was basically trying to say about the um deliverance from evil spirits. Like you could be like like somebody last night that was on my channel. They was talking about. I was telling them that a lot of that stuff that they was going through was like different spirits. Like people can cast spirits onto you, or you could just pick up spirits. Like you could be like, but you always have to realize that there's the power um in the tongue. You can literally speak things off of you. Okay, especially when it comes to spiritual energies. Like since you're in the physical, you're always going to be more powerful than a spirit. So you can literally say like, leave, and it will leave you. So we all have that gift as well. Like we all have like, or if you had like a spirit in the house, you know um you can speak that spirit out your house. You can tell it to go. Like these are the type of powers that you guys have. And you may or may not be aware of those things, but there's power in the tongue that can remove evil spirits, you know. Um spiritual weak deliver it says deliverance from evil spirits and spiritual weakness are strongholds. There's sometimes there something got a stronghold on you, right? And you just don't know where it come from. But prayer does work. Like, don't ever forget, this is not a channel that's gonna ever debunk God. I believe in God. I believe prayer do work, but I also believe that there is more than just religion. You get what I'm saying? Like, I believe that there's more. So yeah, but you can't go in there and in a situation and think that like it's not gonna happen because it's your power. You get what I'm saying? It's your power. So, and you say I'm talking about randomly in the moment, they just pop up in my mind, and then a second later, the call comes. Yeah, but you know what? Is that like so? Then that goes back to is that um go back here. Is that foresight? Is that manifesting? Like, or is that like psychic ability? Because like, or it could be like if you're saying it, that could be the power in the tongue that you call that person in. You got to think about those are all different gifts. So you could like the power in the tongue, you could say it and they call, right? You could be speaking life into a situation and they call, right? Um, you could be using your psychic, that could be your psychic ability. Your spiritual team is saying they're going to call you. Like, or having just that foresight that they will, that they're about to call. Like those are all important to recognize. Like those are a part of that spiritual gift there. And then you said, what faith is basically the essence of miracles and manifestation. Basically, pray on and willing stuff to happen that's outside of the norm. True. You just gotta believe it's gonna happen, and that like you gotta really just believe in your mind that it's gonna happen, and that's it. You get what I'm saying? Um, I be feeling like something spiritually bad be following me at times. Do a cleanse. If you feel like there's spiritual energy that's following you, um, here's a couple things you can do. You can pray about it. You can speak to it and let it be gone. You could do a cleanse. You know, like those are all things that you could do. Like, so when you're very spiritual, like sometimes things wants to attach their stuff to you. But I feel like being real spiritual people, you have to constantly cleanse and let it go. Hold on. Let's see. My bad, y'all. Okay, and then we got telepathy. Be something. I be engaged and no joke. I be talking to my family members and I think something when they ask a question, soon as I'm about to say it, they say it before I do. Yeah, that is true. Okay. Then you have to also believe or will that you have the power. Yeah, you got to believe that you got the power. Like that's important to understand. And then what did you say? Another thing readers told me was that I have high intuition. I do believe you have Leos and Pisces people are the most spiritual people. Leos and Pisces. All right, IJ, I see you calling in. Let me put you on here. IJ, can you hear me?
I can. Can you hear me?
I can. I can.
One thing you said kind of made me thought about the movie. Have you remember the movie Ghost?
Yes. That was one of my favorite movies as a kid.
Yeah, one of my family friends had just posted a clip from that the other day. I keep giving away a lot of game in that movie. One of the things that Ghost was saying, the Ghost in Subway, he was saying that you have to. have believe you have the power to do stuff because he couldn't physically move the stuff, so he had to move it with his mind. But he said you have to believe and will that you have the power to do that. And high key was giving away a game for manifestation, a lot of stuff too.
Oh yeah. Um, you do have to believe that something is gonna happen. Neon, I just posted it. Click on it. So, but I do believe that. I believe like when it comes to like the spiritual world, you they definitely have to believe that it's gonna work. What was another movie? It was Ghost. I'm recently seen Charm. Like I think that was their first season or something like that. And like the ghost, they had a ghost there, um, on there. And it's something else. Another movie. Like a lot of those movies always show that the ghosts have power. Um, and then like as soon as you realize that you have power over them, that's when they lose their power.
Yeah, I noticed that a lot of movies be giving away a lot of game, but a lot of people look at it as just a movie. But now they put you into all kind of stuff, manifestation, spiritual world. But I think they have people in the movies, well, writing the stuff who are aware of things and try to low key give away stuff.
Well, I did hear this before too that I heard that um they position it in the movie so it makes us more comfortable when it actually happened in the real world. Like iRobots. Like when you think about that, with iRobots, um, you remember like those robots look exactly like Elon Musk robots.
Oh yeah,
Like
yeah.
they're going to act as like the same as those robots. So it's like they put it in a movie so we get comfortable with it. So it's like because your brain, it's like the power is in your brain. Like your brain has to fathom that it's going to work. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember watching one movie back in the day. It was some kind of voodoo movie or something like that. Basically the movie was like this. So it was this couple. They didn't want to die, right? So what they kept doing was possessing these other people's body. So, and this actually was a charm episode too. Now that I think about it, so they was actually possessing these other people's bodies. So the thing was is that they kept putting all this voodoo and stuff on them or whatever, and like it didn't work. It's funny because like like the people they didn't really believe that the people that they was putting the voodoo on, they really didn't believe at first that it was gonna work. And
Hmm.
then like because what they based, like I said, they was possessing the body. They did not want their spirit to go away. So they didn't care how they got the body, right? I mean how they stayed on this earth. Long as it was two people or two couples, like that was their main goal. It had to be a couple. So um I remember like one of the things they said was is that like when the girls start believing it, and then she was like, the woman was like, "We got you because all we needed you to do was believe. Once you believe, it's over." And so that's when she was able to like finalize like possessing her body, was because they started to actually believe, or she started to actually believe that it was going to happen. So I think that like your mind has to be able to fathom it, even on the spiritual world. Like people who now there is willful ignorance because you may feel like it's not working, right? One person it's like one person may feel like it's not going to happen to them, but in reality it may happen. You know what I'm saying? I feel like one person do have to believe that it's going to happen cuz like think about it like this. Um if somebody put a hex on you. And I'm only saying this like this because of the fact that that movie, somebody put a hex on you and you may not um the person who put the hex on had to believe that it was going to work. You get what I'm saying? They had to absolutely believe. They had to actually have their spiritual team to deliver. So it had to start within them, and then it goes over to their spiritual team to make it happen. The other person may have been like, I don't believe in that. You get what I'm saying? But they're trying to figure out why their life is so crazy,
Right.
and so you have to like one person had to believe it. So I don't really think that all parties have to believe it. I believe one party had to believe that was going to happen, and it has to be carried on by their spiritual team, their ancestors, to make it work. Hold on. I think this.
That's true.
Okay, I was thinking somebody else was trying to call in. Okay, so yes. So let's see. Do you feel like have do you feel like you've have like any spiritual or recognize any spiritual gifts since the last time we talked about it? Like, has anything came to your mind? You'd be like, oh yeah, that is a spiritual gift that I have.
Since the last talk, I really haven't thought of anything new. Well, I'll be honest. I haven't really paid attention to anything new. I probably have discovered something, but I just really haven't been aware of it.
Oh yeah. See, that's the thing. And Neon, I got you on here. You can answer the question too. Have there been anything that you feel like? Well, did you even come to the last one? You probably. I don't know if you did or not. But like, have you recently discovered any like spiritual powers that you have?
Um, Not really in particular,
Hmm.
and so because it's just more of kind of like an on and off thing, Because I've also, have went on to certain apps and, have gotten readings from certain readers and stuff. And the one trend that I always get is that, that the intuition is there. So I think that's one thing that is like a constant trend with like readers when they kind of like read the energy from me.
Yeah, like, and that's the thing. Everybody has intuition. It's how deep you want to go with it. You get what I'm saying? Like, you have it, I have it. Everybody on this channel has intuition, but it's all about like the level, like the willingness to accept it, trusting yourself, trusting that there is a higher power. So everybody have it, but like I said, some things are just a natural gift that you don't have to like tune it. You get what I'm saying? So being that you got intuition, I'm sure, like you said, there's things that you pick up all the time. And so you just have to hone in on that gift. Like one of the things I had to learn when I was tuning my gift was is that I had to learn how to trust myself more. Like I had to also learn, if you hear me all the time, I always say there's no coincidence because there to me there's not. I have to take that like that as a spiritual message, or a spiritual lesson. And I do feel like spiritual people have it a little harder because like we are our third eye is open. You get what I'm saying? It's opening up. And so because we're learning so much, and we're open to learn, like it's going to be your life is going to be just a tad bit harder at first, but then you probably live a real beautiful life after that, like when you're in that first stage or that beginning stage, and your beginning stage could be 15 years, of like really tuning that energy. Then I do feel like I think that your life become a little more tougher because you have the tools to change it. So there's going to be little things that may pop up that, like, say if you had a money issue, right, and you can be like, oh, okay, I know what to do with money, I know how to get money, you get what I'm saying? Or if you wanted love, and you can be like, oh, I know how to get money. It's like little thing, or how to get love. It's like little things you may feel like those are obstacles, but they're really not obstacles. They're just to show you how powerful you are. Because the biggest lesson to be learned is through ourselves. You get what I'm saying? So your life may seem challenging, but it's not really challenging. It's just so you can tap into your spirituality a lot more.
Oh yes, definitely agree with that statement and that sentiment. And like those particular things that you mentioned, uh, with like abundance, like prosperity, and just certain like physical things, it's more of like uh, when you don't put your like emotion like into those physical things, then it's like those things will come, or when you don't really worry about certain things, then those things will end up working itself out. So it's like uh, sometimes a lot of people can be hyper focused, just and like I'm guilty of that as well. Being hyper focused on certain things, and then it just kind of like pushes away, instead of like like coming closer and stuff. So yeah,
Yeah,
like those things and stuff can be attracted. It's just we can't really just put like too much hyper focus into it.
Yeah, and that's so true because like, but I feel like it's about finding balance, and I feel like I wouldn't want any other journey for myself. Like to understand that I can manifest the life of my dreams, or I have that power to manifest of my life, the life of my dreams is like amazing. And I don't. And it's like learning the tools and techniques. Sometimes you don't need anything. Sometimes you just need your words. Sometimes you do need stuff to help you. You know, to give you that nudge, or it's some things that your spiritual team may be asking for to help you. And even though, because I'm guilty of this because I'm lazy, like it's some things that my spiritual team be asking me to do, and I don't necessarily do it. I'm like, I don't want to do no rituals for that. You get what I'm saying? Or I don't want to go do this, or or do that. And then I'd be like, okay, it'll break me down. Like, okay, yeah, okay, now I know that I have no other choice. That I need to do that. And but if I would have just listened, in the beginning and follow those steps, and I would probably, I wouldn't have had to go through those challenges like that. So I think that that's huge there. Hey, yay. He said the learning life lessons through certain circumstances is a bye, but after the hard part, you end up thankful. Yeah, you do. You really do. Like, you really end up very thankful for what you've been through because, like I said, I feel like everybody don't go through this, but like the people who do choose to go through this and open themselves up to it, like I personally, I never seen my life being like this. Like I was fine being a Christian, to be honest with you. Like, but then it got to the point where that just didn't make sense to me. And then I was like, okay, like, and I felt like God kept pushing my back against the wall to like do different things. Like, what really kind of opened me up was tarot, though, because I wanted to learn more, and it was new stuff that I was learning that I was like, oh wow, I didn't even know that that was a possibility.
One thing I'm learning is through this life journey thing is that all of the stuff that people put divisions on, well, there's some stuff that you absolutely shouldn't do because that just goes against the laws of nature and goes against the laws of decency and stuff like that. But everything else is all the same at the top. Like it all
Mhm.
goes to the one, the law of one. Like, but these are all different tools to kind of help you understand yourself, and because you are an aspect of the one, you help understand the one through these different things that we do. But it all just helps you understand you and understand your place in the universe. But everything else, that's uh, these different, and every religion have their own different rituals and stuff like that that people don't really realize are different tools of manifestation and stuff like that too. But they all have different tools and rituals and stuff to help that person understand themselves through the lens of that practice. But they all have their place.
That's true. Everybody has a ritual, like pleading the blood of Jesus, or all of that stuff is a ritual. Blood is the biggest ritual, period. Blood is the biggest binding thing that you can do. If you ever want to bind anything, whether you are reenacting it or if you are simply like using your real blood, it's binding. So when you think about Christianity, and they talk about plead the blood of Jesus, that's a binding tool. Like you're binding your, like if they say I'm pleading the blood of Jesus that you healed, you're binding yourself to the fact that you want them to be healed. So you have to like, even though they're like, and then like when they're flesh of my flesh, I think blood of my blood, that is all binding as well, and it's fine. You get what I'm saying? I definitely don't judge, but recognize it for what it is. So, as far as like the healing, if anybody want to say anything, do you guys feel like y'all have any of these physical healing, like when I say gifts here, like being able to help people heal on a physical healing, emotional healing, deliverance from evil spirits or spiritual weakness or strongholds. Do y'all have any of those powers?
I think that I definitely believe that I help people heal emotionally and mentally when by talking to me. And I kind of naturally fall into the space of what I do currently now. And I'm going to move my way out of this space into what I as you mentioned earlier about stuff coming back that I once wanted to do, I really want to get into chiropractic and help people physically. I think that because of what I have gone through personally within the last 5, 6 years with an accident and stuff like that, I'm learning more about energy healing and healing my body physically. And I want to be able to kind of incorporate somehow this aspect of healing the body physically, energies wise, with chiropractic, and somehow helping people heal their mind and stuff too. Not necessarily be a one stop shop, but do as much as I can or have people around that can help people in various ways so that they can feel not necessarily totally complete, but more complete than they were before.
Yeah. No, and that's good because like I feel like if you even if you like I said, all of these gifts we can hone in on. So even if you learn it or like, you know, or it was gifted to you, it's still a gift because you learned how to do it. So definitely learning how to physically heal people is a gift. Like that's a spiritual gift. Even if you are a doctor or a nurse, that is your spiritual gift. That still fall under the spiritual gift. The emotional part, that's a spiritual gift as well. Like if you're a psychologist or you're a life coach or anything like that, even though you have learned how to do it correctly, you know, that is a spiritual gift. People who cast out evil spirits or wrong strongholds, like I believe that this right here this is all about the power of the tongue. I think that anybody can do this, but there are some people who are better at doing this than other, but that is definitely a spiritual gift. Um, Kevin, do you feel like you have any of these gifts?
I just more of like when I'm just more of like talking to people and stuff in a way, and they're explaining to me a way about just their certain situations in life or just how they feel. I just more just leave them with something to think about because like with me, it's more of like it's not about me being able to you know like hey and stuff. I can deliver you from this thing, but it's more of like uh, giving that person kind of like a seed of thought to be able to really truly think on it, and then in a way they can slowly have that awakening because I know and I understand that at the end of the day, it is that person's journey. So it's more of like just kind of like planting that seed and then let them come to that thought more of like themselves, let them really come to that realization, and so they can be able to move forward in such like a fashion because words are pretty powerful and stuff. Just going back to the ancient times, that's really how the universe or the earth, like creation was brought into existence was through linguistics. The earliest languages being the Phoenician language, uh, like archaic Hebrew. Those are the earliest languages of the earth and of literally like creation. So it's like, when we say certain things, right, or we make such powerful statements, uh, it can pretty much uh, it can pretty much shake a room, or sometimes it can make a room go quiet. So yes, like the power of the tongue is very powerful. Just even going back to the ancient times, uh, a lot of things are brought into existence through sound and words.
That's true because well, like even like going back to you made me think about something like when I think about like well, I don't know how the world was made. I'm gonna be honest with you. From what my understanding of like the Old Testament, like you know, it's God spoke it into existence. Without him saying, let there be light, there wouldn't be no light. You get what I'm saying? And I think that that's important.
Sure.
Even if that is how it was done or not, I think that that first part is to let you know how powerful your tongue is. Like, we are a part of God. A lot of people don't believe that. I realize that a lot of Christian people, not knocking Christianity, I'm not, but a lot of Christian people don't feel like they're one with God. Yeah, we're not God, but we are a part of God, which means that we can manifest just like God. You get what I'm saying? Like, so it's like a lot of people don't believe that. Some people do believe that. But I do feel like we have the ability to manifest things because we are connected to God, and God, the ultimate God, um gives us those powers to do that. Like, we have the ability to create our own world. If you get what I'm saying.
Right.
So let's see. I had did some research or whatever, and I have found this information online. It's on the screen. It was saying that spiritual healing is not linked to a particular religion. And I think that that's important to understand, that you can have spiritual healing without it being linked to an actual. I'm going to kind of kick y'all off, but then I'm going to bring y'all back on. So if it kicks y'all off, I'm trying to move y'all, but if it kicks y'all off, I'm going to just call right back in because I'm trying to see the screen. Um, but yeah. So anyway, it says spiritual healing is not linked to a particular religion. It says it's not faith healing. Um, Even very skeptical people can be healed. So like, when you it comes to like your spiritual gifts or spiritual healing, like, that's it's not something that it doesn't have to do with your religion. You could just believe that it's going to happen, or you could just go to these healers, because like there's a lot of different healers here. So that are even like I like to reference the Bible a lot, but even in the Bible, there was a lot of different healers. So everybody had a different spiritual gift here. They said the word spiritual originates from the Latin word spiritus, meaning breath of life. The spiritual aspect refers to spiritual healing work at a deep level on our spiritual being. It says the healing involves the transfer of energy. In other words, it is not. Why is? Oh, hold on, my bad. Okay, in other words, it is not from the healer, him or himself, but the healer links with the universal or divine energy to channel energy healing. I mean, to channel healing for the mind, body, or spirit. So it's important to know that that it comes from that spiritual healing comes from the divine energy. Um some people, some I feel like we all, if we practice healing, like emotional healing and spiritual healing, that we're all divine beings. We just have to tap into that energy here. Then moving on, so these are components of healing here. So it says universal energy or spiritual force, non-religious, can be directed by intentions. Also, it says when focused on the human body via the aura, human energy field, it raises the spiritual vibration of that person. It says this improves health and allows one of the highest natures to unfold. For optimum healing, repeated treatments needed to overcome. Okay. The body, I don't know what that says. Inetra. It says when people are ill, it is common for them to say that they are low in energy. Conversely, when people are healthy, we talk about them bursting with energy. So I feel like it's basically saying that the energy is like, if you're having like high energy, that means you're well. If you're having low energy, that means that you're sick. So even if you like, I have days like that where I'm like, I'm just having low energy, I can't get enough energy. But so it's not necessarily that I'm sick, but if I played into that energy, I mean play into that, I would be considering myself to be sick. then and then I have questions, and I'm gonna put IJ and my boy Neon back on here. It says, what do people experience during healing? It says, many sensations best described as the flow of energy. So you may feel warmth, cold, tingling, other sensations. It says, effects of healing, not always specific, but often very important in the life of the patient. So basically, this is a Reiki thing I got this from. It says to reduce pain, deepen inner peace, alleviate the physical symptoms, sense of connectiveness with the universe, or increase vitality. All right. So I'm bring y'all back on. All right, IJ, you're on. Neon, you're on. So, do you guys understand like what Reiki is or how to heal yourself? Like you can really heal yourself like we said on a physical level or on the emotional level. Like have you guys tried doing that on your own?
Yeah, actually, I'm getting more into that myself. I haven't done anything official, but I've started to work. Well, like I said, with the accident I've been in, I've been starting to look more into the different versions of forms, not even forms, but different names for that energy, whether it's ki, chi, prana, whatever. It's the same thing in different ways, but I've started to learn how to move that through my own body, and I do know for a fact that it has been helpful. Um, haven't got to the point where I feel like I can able to do it to other people or do it distantly, but I do know that it has been effective for me. People have been doing it for me through distance and um, looking at different things on YouTube and learning more about how to move my own energy throughout my body. I definitely felt the difference.
Yeah, I I think that it's hard to do this, but like the physical part, I think you can do it easier on the emotional part, but the emotional part can be very hard too. Like my mom, I always say I get my spirituality from my mom, but my mom is like super Christian. But like I say that because my mother is always about be careful about what you say because that may come into fruition. Like she always say that. Be careful. So she was like, when she go to the doctor and they give her a bad result, in her mind she don't accept it. She feels like if you accept it, then those things you start feeling that energy and those things become true.
Oh,
But
absolutely.
yeah, so it's like she don't accept those things. So she'll just speak it into existence, like, "Oh no, I'm healed," or "I got the healthiest life." Like, and she goes like overdrive on speaking life into herself, and I feel like that is a like as we've been talking about the tongue, that is a that is a way to like heal yourself on a physical level by just saying that you're healed. And this actually really do be happening because like she do that so much. Like the next time she goes to the doctor, they be like, "Oh my gosh, I don't even see that." You get what I'm saying? And like it's like because she just didn't accept it like in her life. And I think like that's what I was trying to say earlier, like the power of your brain. Like sometimes we accept things, and like if once you accept it, that's when those things come on. You're accepting that energy in your body. But if you can like keep thinking positive, like I feel like eventually your body starts to program itself like, okay, like say if you couldn't see, like this is one of the things that was in the secret. The lady was like she couldn't, like she was trying to like not wear glasses anymore and she couldn't really see at night or something like that. And then she was like she just kept telling herself she could see, she had 20/20 vision. And so her body eventually got with her mind, and she started being able to see, you know what I'm saying, see better. So it's like it may take some times for some people, but it may be an overnight thing. But you have to be able to accept it. Your brain has to be able to process it, that those things will help. Because another thing too, like that's what we was talking about last week about money. Like some people may say, "Oh, I want $1 million," but their brain can't process that they're going to get $1 million, so those things are not going to come true. You know. So I do feel like that's a physical. I do that a little bit. Like I just believe it's going to happen. I try not to think about the negative, but I'm not like my mother is stronger in that area for me. Um Another thing I do believe is I definitely know that I am a healer when it comes to like energy, like, well, emotional energy. People say it on here all the time that, I help them heal and stuff like that. Like, not even like trying to tap into that energy, but I know like that's one of my gifts, is to make people feel comfortable. People feel comfortable around me. They feel like they can tell me things. They feel like I help them heal on their emotionals. Their emotional level. Now, am I able to cast out demons? Probably, but I've never tried it. I never tried it, and I don't know if that's a gift I want. Maybe, maybe not. I mean, but I guess in a way that we all have the ability to cast these things out. Like, we could say those things doesn't exist, or um tell it to leave. So we all have that ability. Now, Neon, do you feel like you have any of those gifts? Like, not necessarily any of those gifts, but yeah, do you like, what do you feel about that? If you're still on here, I don't even know if I still have you on here. You
I'm still on here. I'm still on
okay?
here. I was taking everything in. Like after the point where you was talking about your mom, you know, being able to reject uh, whatever bad news comes her way. That that goes back to the point of you know the word himself, and when you kind of speak the word into existence, you know, like what could happen in a good or a bad way or a positive or a negative way. Uh, there is one particular way of dealing with, uh, or how you say it right. There's there's one way of moving towards like emotional healing, and that's like through like the state of fasting and stuff. But like fasting, like sorry, fasting spiritually, like it breaks the mind, like it pushes the mind into like an altered state. So, like that's one particular way that you can find understanding of self through, and to be able to work towards the process of like emotional healing and physical healing. It's a practice that's been around for thousands of years.
It has, and actually, now that you said that, I actually added that on my list as one. That is a gift too, because I remember back in the day, I was able to. I used to fast a lot because it was just a part of my spiritual practice now, and I was able to like manifest whatever I was looking for. So, if I was looking for a job and it was hard for me to get a job, I would literally fast. I'd be like, every day I'm not going to eat, or fasting is in so many different ways. But for me, what I would do is like, I'm not going to eat until this time. I'm going to like just pray all day, to bring those things in fruition. I actually do a spiritual fast every year for at least 40 days, where I'm just eating like nothing but fruits and vegetables. I'm pretty much just vegan, and I'm just eating fruits and vegetables just to start. Like, I'm saying to God, like, this is me. For one, I love the spiritual connection, but I'm like, this is me, um following God's word, and like me getting closer to God, because I'm able to hear God better. There's nothing like, my mind is clear. But I just feel like I believe in fasting. Like, you said that, and it's something that we should talk about on here, because I do think that fasting is very important, because it you have to break your mind. Whatever it is that you are in the habit of, say if you drink a lot or you smoke a lot, if you decide that I'm not going to do that, that's a form of fasting. So that's actually good. I actually like that you mentioned that, because I didn't even think about that. I do fast a lot to
So,
get results.
and I think like the whole, or sorry, are you there?
Hmm.
The whole idea of fasting is denying yourself of things, not to become like too attached to the physical side of things, or even like the emotional side of things. Kind of like what I was kind of talking about earlier about, really kind of like putting the emotions into certain things, like certain like connections a little bit too much, or physical things a little bit too much. That's kind of like the whole idea of fasting is being able to deny yourself and just like understand that you don't really need those things, but you would love to have them. It's like, hey, it's like, I could be able to live without these things and live through the Creator, who I like to call Yah and His Son Yeshua Hamashiach, you know, because that is the glorious names of the Most High Creator. But yes, like that being said, the whole idea is denying the self.
Yeah, that is. I do agree. You should email me what you know about fasting, and then we'll talk about that on our next one because I think fasting is very important, and like I do think that that's a part of manifesting, as well as we like get deeper in our spirituality. I think that that's one thing that we should talk about is fasting. So another thing, so the question I had was, what herb do you guys choose to work with? Like last week, I said find a spiritual herb or find an herb to work with. If you did work with an herb, what herb did you decide to work with? So Ye said cinnamon. IJ said cinnamon. Did you do any type of spiritual work or anything like that? Neon.
Not in particular.
Hmm.
I just more of like from time to time I will kind of just like pray, and that's a form of spiritual work I do mostly is like praying. But I do understand the importance of herbs and like their spiritual effects and their physical effects. But mostly I do praying as a form of like spiritual work.
That's cool. That's cool. Like I think that's important for us to like we're just starting off small and like we're just going to build and build and build because I think it's important. So, um like for me, I have been working on praying more cuz I wasn't a person. I had prayed a lot and then I went it seemed like I went a period of not like praying. Like I'll talk to God but I wasn't praying. So now I'm back on my praying in the morning time and praying that before I go to bed. Like it's important for me to pray. Um, so Aja, you said that your herb you chose was herbs. I mean, was cinnamon. We could talk about money too. Yay, send it to me. Okay, hold on. So I wanted us to, since this was supposed to be like a manifesting one. What is one thing that you guys would want to manifest within the next 7 days? Like something that you feel like is attainable. I mean, anything is attainable. What would be one thing that you want to manifest within the next 7 days?
I'm actually starting to manifest it now. Something I've been asking for a minute was improved just balance and health, and I'm noticing incredible quantum leaps forward with that. Now I want to get into more, um, getting more solid financially, get solid all around, financially, emotionally, and mentally and spiritually, and just all around. That's what I'm focusing on now, just getting solid, more solid going into 25.
So if you had to pick one thing within the next 7 days, because I want y'all to hold on to this to see if it comes into fruition. I want it to all come into fruition for all of us. So if you can pick one thing, what would it be that you want to manifest within the next 7 days?
One thing,
Mm-hmm.
5,000.
Five
I
thousand
think
dollars.
you,
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you already know LT.
Your relationship.
Yes.
I feel you on that. So 7 days, Kayla. Ye said $50,000 on a scratch off ticket.
I mean,
I
hey,
was
everyone wants that.
yeah. I would say I'm gonna be with IJ. I'm gonna say an additional $5,000, like within the next 7 days. Additional, not a check. Okay. Well, I mean, if it comes in the form of a check, but not my work check or anything, I want an additional $5,000 within the next 7 days. So how so since we all have our goals, like how will you manifest it? Is there anything that y'all are going to be doing to manifest the goal that you just chose?
I am actually. I saw something today. Um, I'm getting more. I'm gonna write the goals down. Listen to some stuff to manifest subliminals, um, and really do some meditation, planning, and self talk. Some mirror talking too. I'm gonna get into those things to kind of change my mindset that I actually do deserve that, and then go from there.
What about you, Neon? Those are all good
Uh,
ideas too, IJ.
I think mostly like prayer, you know, that's just a particular thing. Just like pray on it and watch, you know, because yeah, you already know how much I deal with the girl and stuff, and how much of a challenge it can be. But yes, like prayer is just one particular thing.
Yeah. You should also um listen to like at night, like you should do soulmate meditation. Like there's the like just turn your TV on or turn your phone on it. Like put your instead of like I'm in the cross. Should I say me finding a new job or me getting the $5,000? I know I can only get one. But I would love to have both. So, but you should definitely act as if it's already happened. That's the most important thing. Like, say for if you're trying to get the $5,000, like, um, IJ, go see what say what you would spend your $5,000 on, or say, oh now that I got it's in my bank or something like that. If you wanted to come in through a check, write yourself a check for $5,000. You Neon, I would just say like pray about it, but don't worry about it. Start acting as if that girl, if you want her to live with you, or if you want her to be a girlfriend, start putting yourself in the mindset like, oh, let me get my house ready so when she come over here, she's gonna be able to enjoy that, or she's gonna enjoy this. Like acting as if these things are
Facts,
already.
LT.
Hmm. What you say?
No, I was just saying. I was just saying facts, LT.
Oh, I didn't hear you. Okay. So yeah, you got to start acting as if these things are already in existence because that is really important. Now, I think I'm gonna say the job thing. I'm gonna go with yeah. I'm gonna be more. I mean, it's not. I'm trying to be realistic, but I think that I can definitely get a new job within 7 days. Even with it being the holidays, I can still get a new job within the next 7 days. But so I'm gonna say that for myself. So now, do you got your 1 week goal? Let's talk about your month goal. So, what will be one thing that you want to manifest within the next month? You got to go buy some lingerie, first of all. So, do y'all have any goals or anything that y'all want to manifest within the next month? I'm going to say, I'm going to manifest a relationship within the next month only because Ye said it. Like, it made me think about it. I'm Twinkies with Ye tonight. I'm gonna say no or money. Because you know what? I would say it's gonna be harder for me to manifest a relationship because a relationship is. That's why I'm gonna say relationship because a relationship is really not on my mind. You get what I'm saying? But I'm always about my money. Like that's why I'm on here all the time. That's why I'm always like working my business. I'm always like working. Like money is always on my mind. So I feel like I'm always in the manifestation period of money. But something I don't think about often until I get on here with y'all is a relationship. So I'm gonna say a relationship. That's
Within,
scary because that may not happen, but now I gotta act like it's gonna happen.
I think for me, within, for the next month, I want to manifest, uh, yeah, being in that relationship with her, and then for the year, uh, I definitely want to manifest 7 figures.
Look, should we do this every month? What are we manifesting this month? That's the real
I think
question.
I think something that I'd like to manifest in the next month or so is, of course, the relationship aspect. But in terms of, I'm kind of going off of what like RJ said here. But in a year or so, the one that I do want to manifest most importantly is entrepreneurship.
You think you can manifest that within 30 days?
I believe so.
Okay, so that's your 30-day goal. I think your 30-day goal, if you don't have one, because you're talking about yearly, because we're going to come back on here and we're going to talk about our 30-day goal. I should write it down. Yeah,
And my this new venture I'm getting into basically is putting me in the position to be a business owner, basically. So yeah, it's a little bit. I'm not gonna say it's scary. It's exciting to me actually, but I'm looking to see where I can go. It's gonna take some more investment, which is why I want that 5,000 so I could be more secure in doing this.
yep. I get that too. So hold on. So your month goal is being with um your girlfriend. I always call her your girlfriend because I know you manifesting her.
Yeah,
Um
to my wife. I don't know
your
why.
wife. Okay. Um Neon. 7 days. You want Kayla. Hold on.
Sure,
Y'all manifesting
sure
this
do,
woman.
sure do.
And then your 30 days is um to figure out what you want to do as far as like being an entrepreneur, or you want to, what's your 30-day goals exactly?
Well, 30-day goal is the beginning process of the entrepreneurship. Like especially, uh, like my family, they've been like entrepreneurs themselves, but mostly in the junk metals and kind of like the precious metals like industry around there. But it's kind of like fused together, you know.
Hmm.
But yeah, like my family has been like a family of like entrepreneurs. They've always worked for themselves in like the automotive junk car industry. Just around there, just buying and selling junk car parts, and like particularly like precious metals.
Okay, so I got you. I gotta write this down. Well, I'm writing it on here so I can come back and write it down. So what I say, 7 days, a new job. Uh, that's a new job. Okay, and then 30 days. Did I say a relationship? I should meet somebody new. I'm gonna say meet someone new. I don't know if I want to jump. I'm not the type of person that would jump into a relationship that soon. So I'm gonna say meet someone new. I meet a new love interest that I go on. I don't know. I should say one date. Okay, I'm gonna say that because I feel like that's more realistic. Because I'll totally. Y'all gotta know my personality. I would totally like block that out of my head. All right. So then we got Yay. She wants the new moon would be a great time to manifest. We gotta do everything that we can to get these goals.
Oh, the other thing I meant to mention, I think either not last time, but the time before, we were talking about that different the moon water thing.
Hmm.
I remember I said I had made some moon water. I think during the full moon back sometime in June. I forgot what it was, June, July, sometime, and I forgot put it in the jar and forgot about it. Then I made one with this last super moon, not super moon, the moon that just happened before a couple of weeks ago, and I started drinking that, and man, stuff started happening fast.
I'm telling you, it works.
But it's
It
two
really
moons
do.
though in one water. I didn't know that you can mix it like that.
Yes. I always say I love interest. Okay. That no, and like I want us to like come up with I want us to like that's our focus. Like we're gonna talk about this weekly or whenever I come on here. I say weekly, but every 2 weeks. Because I feel like this is more feasible, you know? Yay, is that really your goal? The $50,000? Because at first you said your 7 day goal was the job. Anybody else want to add it? Are y'all good? So we got 7 days. I'm gonna say a job.
I think I could, I think I could literally manifest, literally meeting LT in person for the first time.
Hi, you live in my neighborhood. Almost.
Exactly, like literally, so like you literally live right up the street, like citywide.
Like for real. Like that could really happen. I told you we're gonna start. We're gonna join the Runners Club.
Right.
Okay, so 30 days is what you said. The 30 days is a new job, and okay, if you don't get this $50,000, I gotta see you really manifest this $50,000 within 7 days, and then she want a new job in 30 days. All right, Neon, hold on. So we got um Kayla 7 days. I'm actually writing this on my notepad now. And then well to be an entrepreneur.
Yes,
Beginning steps.
entrepreneurship.
All right. All right. Then IJ. So basically what you do is this because I tell him what to do, yeah. Basically what you do is like when the full moon happens, you put your water outside under the full moon, you take that energy. So it's really good to do it. Say if you like the last full moon was Gemini energy. So if you wanted like that Gemini energy, um, you would have put it under the full moon for Gemini. Or super moon, if you wanted the super moon energy, you put your water out there. And so every time you're drinking the water, you can it's like it's helping you manifest those things. So you do it on the full moon and you just drink it. Okay, so IJ 7 days, $5,000, and then 30 days, Natalia. Okay. I kind of feel like I may change my love thing because I'm really not really men. Well, I'm no, I think that would be a good goal.
There's like other manifestations that obviously like in my head I'm like, yo, I want to work towards, right? And that is like
Hmm.
getting a vehicle of my own. The vehicle part is the most important thing to me about me.
You want to do any of this within the next 30 days? No, or no?
Yeah.
The getting a vehicle within the next 30 days. So you got two.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Yeah. And so like that's like one particular thing that's always been on my mind the most, even in the past year,
Okay.
is getting a vehicle.
Okay. All right. I think I got everybody down. I'm going to hold everybody who put their goals down accountable. So, is there anything in particular y'all are doing to get any of these goals for the next month? I know Ye better be doing $100 worth of scratch off a day, first of all. But what would you be doing, Neon, for your 30-day goals to get the vehicle?
I'm just doing the particular work for my uncle and stuff, like the entrepreneurial work. Just I have to learn to really handle my finances very well because I suck at that, and that's
Mhm.
one particular thing I have to get a handle on, so I can really be able to move forward in getting that vehicle. So really just trying to put back as much as I can throughout the month of January, and also going completely just haywire in February. But most importantly, January is the most important thing.
Okay. That is the most important thing. I think like yeah, like you gotta put that work in. Like financially. Um, me, I'm gonna actually apply for jobs every freaking day. I'm gonna stop being lazy, get off my ass, and apply for jobs. I really feel like if I really want to say I want to get an interview within the next week, because I feel like that's realistic. But I'm going to. I don't know, y'all. I'm gonna have to. I may change my goals, but I'm gonna try to be. I'm trying to just like step out there some stuff that I know that would be like me really changing my mindset to make this happen. So we'll see. Um,
And who knows? And so you might just only meet your soulmate at one of these jobs.
exactly. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm telling you, love is really not a factor, but I'm gonna make it a factor just because y'all always talking about love and y'all always having me think about it. So, but I'm gonna put the work in, and I'm gonna change my mindset, and I'm gonna speak affirmations. I'm gonna make sure that um I am listening to um um what is it not dream meditations but
Subliminals and stuff. Yeah, the
yeah,
meditation music and yeah.
yes. So those are the things I'm gonna listen to all of those. I'm gonna just make sure that my time is spent on I really feel like I should say money, but getting a new job, okay? Me getting a new job and a new opportunity, that's where my time and my energy is gonna be spent on. Um what about you, IJ? What are you gonna be doing differently? How is this gonna change your life for the better?
Oh, currently what I'm doing now is I am investing in this new venture. I'm taking time to buy the new programs and getting the. I already got the license, but now I've got to get the insurance and different things to really go after this new venture. And I want the. I'm going to do the meditation, self-talk, and stuff so that I can get um, the funds so I can buy leads, quality leads, so that I can set the appointments and make the money that I would like to make. So yeah, that's what I'm doing now, and believing that I deserve that, so that it can flow to me.
Yes. I think it's gonna all work out. We all set really high goals. So the next thing, because everybody was talking about cinnamon, but I was laughing because I was like, we should all try cinnamon to help us achieve our goals because cinnamon can help with so many different things. So I wanted to talk to y'all about cinnamon, and I'm gonna try to talk about a different herb weekly. And you guys know I have all those herbs listed under a playlist under my channel. So if you guys are interested in that, so you can try a cinnamon to help you manifest your goal. Here are some properties of cinnamon. Here is on the screen. It's very masculine energy, fiery. If you have sun, if you are Leo, cinnamon will be really good for you. If you are a Scorpio or a Aries, cinnamon is good for you as well. Or if you have those placements, it's really good for you. But anybody can use cinnamon. Um, the zodiac sign that is associated with the most is Aries. The crystals that's associated with is sunstone. So if you have a sunstone, you can use it with that. It's great for helping you build your spirituality, having success. If you guys need healing, if you're trying to add energy to a spell, like because cinnamon actually like heats things up, it has a heating component to it. It makes things happen faster. So you can also use it for protection, prosperity, and good luck. So cinnamon, whatever your goal is, try using cinnamon to help you achieve your goal. So I got y'all goals written down too. So the ways you can use it is you can wash your hands with it. If you're trying to get money, I heard if you wash your hands with cinnamon at least once a day, it actually like brings money to your hand. You can also put it on a candle. Um, you can carry it in a sack. Like they have these little spiritual sacks you can put it in. You can bath with it. You can cook with it. You can blow it in your doorway. Like if you're trying to get money, or if you just want the element of love, cinnamon has that component of money and love. Um, so
You know
those
what?
are things you could do. What you was gonna say?
Now that you say that, I've started to notice that a lot of these candles and fragrances and stuff that they basically, I wouldn't quite say spells, but they have a lot of spiritual stuff in them. Now that I actually think about it, that the cinnamon, the vanilla, the different candles, the different things, and they tell you that this is for like either good luck, for money, or for or love. And it's funny now that you say that, how that kind of comes to my mind now.
Yeah, like the most used herbs are cinnamon and lavender. And ironically, those are like the most, or like even when you're not trying to get do a spiritual candle or anything like that, you'll notice that lavender is the main smell, or cinnamon is the main smell to it. So those are they actually, even the smell of it, like the essential oils, like putting it on you or on your person, like that brings in that energy here. So you say you carry bay leaves in your purse, girl. Carry a little cinnamon and see what happens. And that's what you've been wearing for the scratch off. Oh, that's you see, you didn't even tell us that. That's how she been getting all that money. So if y'all want to release anything that's holding you back, feel free to. Do y'all have anything that y'all want to release on this call? Anything bothering you? Anything that you just want to give it to the universe or let it go?
Yeah, I want to let go of, like I was saying last time, I want to let go of this, I guess, internal fear. I wouldn't quite say fear, but this feeling of lack, like I don't deserve this. Uh, the fear of good shit happening to me. I want to let that go. I want to let that go.
Oh, that imposter syndrome. Yeah, I be having that too. Maybe that's my cancer side. I but that's a good one. Is there anything else you want to let go of or release?
Procrastination. I want to let go of that too.
That's a good one too. What about you, Neon? Is there anything you want to let go of or release?
Okay, so I have like two things I wanted to release and let go of. One of them is actually just going to be a joke here. The other one I'm for real about, but let me get the one that's more for real, you know. But
Okay.
it's a mixture of fear and procrastination, right?
Mhm.
That's a particular thing I want to let go because that's a big thing that holds me back from a lot of things. But secondly, the one thing I want to let go, and here's the joke, here's the punchline here. The one thing I want to let go is Diamond asking me every stream and stuff, what's the size?
You don't want to hear it no more, Lord. That's I don't
Diamond,
know.
Diamond be knowing what she be doing.
She hitting on you. So he said that ain't gonna happen. I agree. I really can't see it happening, but maybe it does happen just for you. Let me think. I do feel like I procrastinate too much. Um, but then there's things I don't procrastinate on. So let me see what I really want to release. I want to release the energy. Yeah, for one, procrastination. I want to but like IJ said, like sometimes I get stuck. Like I feel like I want to release the energy of like it may not happen for me. Like, oh, that may not happen. That self-doubt here. Like, and being able to like I want to release the energy of like me overly thinking things and putting myself in a box when I don't need to be in a box. And I want to release the energy of the amount of money I made this year. I never want to make it again. I want to make way more. And I'm not saying I was broke or anything this year. I just want to make way more money. I want to be I want to be on a higher level in life than what I am right now, like financially. I want my I want my channel to be booming. I want my business to be booming. I really don't want to work for nobody in 2025, but I will. But I want to like be self-sufficient where I don't have to like rely on anybody else but myself. You get what I'm saying? So those I want to release anything that's keeping me or hindering me from being on that level. Cause I your girl want to make some money. I want to be a millionaire for real. I be saying it and I believe it, but it's like I be trying to like be patient. But I'm tired of being patient. I want to be cocky with it. I want to start having those things happen for me.
I'm ready to have be in a higher tax bracket. I'm ready to have options, like real options. Like I want to, if I want to stay in a place on a vacation for a month, I can do that and not blink. That's yeah. I want to have options.
Yes, that's
I
true.
I want to build the biggest business when it comes to that particular industry that my family has dabbled in for over 30 years and stuff. But building something to where it can give an opportunity to other people, and then just kind of just like take it global, you know, and just kind of put it on a global scale. But it's like expansion is the one thing I look for when I talk about entrepreneurship. It's like the expansion, because in order to gain a lot, others have to gain as well. You know, and be able to benefit others while it benefits you at the same time. But yeah, like that's the thing. I want to build something that's like pretty big and that it can just really, really, really expand, not just in this country, but again on a global scale.
Yeah, anything, any you want to release any blocks that's keeping you from stepping into your power to do so, and I think that's really important. Like, I think that us being on here and like showing up like on a spiritual note, but showing up and we're showing up for ourselves. So we're actually like each time we do something for ourselves, especially like this, like we're putting out there in the universe I'm sure everybody's gonna have an amazing week. I'm sure everybody's gonna start seeing their goals and stuff like manifest because you're doing something for you. It's kind of like that's why I call it Sunday service because it reminds you of like going to church and then you go to church and then you feel good, you got a good word, you kind of learn something and like you build yourself spiritually. So that's the whole purpose of this. So like doing this, make sure that you're making sure that you're showing up for yourself and you're manifesting those things to come. So is there anything else that anybody else wants to release that y'all want to mention?
Not necessarily release, but one thing as you were talking, um, another herb I want to learn to work with more because it's something I've had in the past. Uh, I want to see what horseradish is about. I want to, because I know it's good for clearing the lungs and things like that, but I want to dive deeper into what horseradish can do for me. So
Oh yeah, that'd be a good one to work with. Is horseradish. I probably need it right now because I definitely have mucus that from that cold slash flu I had 2 weeks ago. So I'm gonna put that down that you want to learn that. I mean, work with that. So, um, y'all know the book that we're reading is The Four Agreements. I have found it for free on YouTube. So if y'all look under the community tab, it's on there. I found two different versions. It's only a 2.5 hour read. Y'all can be like riding a bike or something and read that book and be done with it. So make sure y'all read the Four Agreements so we can talk about it. I haven't finished it, but I did start it. Also, make sure y'all shop at ltspiritual.com. I'm gonna say that every day, all day, so y'all get it. If y'all have anything that y'all want to talk about for maybe not next week, because I'm not sure, but anything y'all want to talk about for the next Sunday service, like email me. Like if there's anything that you want to volunteer to do, like maybe get better visuals or maybe do a better job on this PowerPoint that I've been doing. Email me because I definitely can need the I mean use the help here because I'm so busy. Like I really am. I want to say I hate those people that be like fake busy, but I really do be busy and like I literally had to do this PowerPoint like an hour before like we came on here. So if y'all can volunteer to do anything, please help your girl out. Let me see. And that is pretty much all I got. Y'all have any final words before we get off? If
I
not,
have,
go
I
ahead,
have,
Dion.
okay, all right. Is that this has been a very lovely stream and stuff, a very, very insightful conversation. Uh, I loved every part of it. You know, I think we dove deep into some good aspects and some very, very deep aspects of like spirituality and stuff. And I'm not, hey, next Sunday comes around, might just really hop in again and whatever the subject may be, I welcome it. Being said and stuff, uh, Diamond, don't just jump in and out of the bushes, just kind of saying some wild things.
You Diamond coming for you. She must not be on here, but she's definitely coming for you. And I hate to see her get you how she gonna get you. Anything, any final words, IJ?
Yeah. Just sending encouragement to all of us. This is a time of year where it's a lot of contrast. A lot of people have, people don't, and it kind of hurts to see people like not believe in themselves that they can do it. But I know we're all going to reach our goals, and I'm sending good energy for all of us to make make it do what it do, not only this month but also in 2025.
It is definitely gonna be an awesome 2025. So email me what y'all want to talk about because I at this point don't know what we're gonna talk about next week, but we'll have something. If there's mention it in one of my lives so we can discuss it, dissect it, and like come up with how it relates to us. But I am going to get off of here. So I'll see. I don't think I'm coming back on tonight, so I'll see you guys tomorrow. So bye y'all. Talk to y'all then.